So, what's the risk? This is the most relevant question you should ask yourself when you enter this wonderful cryptocurrency market. Did you know you can make and lose money in this market? But did you know this risk is calculated? You can choose if you're going to lose 10, 20, or 30%. Let's see it in more details in your computer screen. So what's the risk? This actually is a question that everybody who's joining this new market asks themselves. So like every other investment, yes, you do have risks. But I usually explain to people that this is the only known market in which you are the one who decide your stakes. So what do you mean? Am I going to be the one choosing how much I want to lose or how much I want to make? Exactly that. In our business or in the crypto coin market, you will be the one to decide if you want to lose 20%, 10%, or 50 or 10% of your capital. Obviously, the bigger the risk, the bigger the profits. So let's see this in the real world. In one of our oldest courses, which we call 1.0 Immersion, I show you the same study of what would be the risks. Would it be the risk of buying the Bitcoin, as I'm showing here, for $635 and it might drop? But listen to a part of this class. Take a look at how much the Bitcoin was. So I'm going to mute it so that you don't have the audio from the last class. And take a look at the Bitcoin price. The risk, which I'm referring to, it's the one that you buy this Bitcoin for $635. It drops to $500 and you lose a small percentage. Let's say you were asleep. How could it have dropped to $500? You could have sold it for $500 and it dropped to $300. You would have to have enabled your stop limit or stop loss. In these classes, you learn how to invest in these. Look at the risks you took buying $635 and today $10,000. Did you lose a lot? Did you win a lot? I think you've had a great profit on that. And the altcoins, going back to the initial class in this course, take a look at the price for the altcoins. Look at the risk you had in buying your digital currencies. Take a look at the initial screen and take a look at this. The price of the Bitcoin, $1,000. The Bitcoin, $10,000. The price for Ethereum, $12. The price for the Ethereum right now, $813. Ripple, 6 cents of a dollar. Have you had any profits? Litecoin, $195. At this very moment, it's having a drop of 5%. Did you have any profits when you bought it for $3.73? This is the risk I'm trying to show you. Our market grows year after year. There were no years where you had some drastic drop price in any of our currencies. There is always the case that one or another currency will lose its value. So that's why you must have your stop limit always active. So let's practice a little bit. Let's say you've purchased one of the currencies here in dollars. Let's imagine you bought the Litecoin as an example again. Let's suppose you bought the Litecoins now in 2018 for $196. So let's say you've purchased 500 units of Litecoins. You've spent $98,406.06. So let's say that you set your stop limit $150. So let's evaluate the loss percentage. So let's open our calculator. I bought it for 196 and let's say my stop limit is maximum 30%. So let's say that our Litecoins drops to $137. So I'll round it up for 138. So I wanted to start selling it automatically when it reaches $100. So wait a minute. So if I said that I can afford to lose up to when it reaches 138, why am I putting it to 100? My price range is $138 to $100. So everybody who's selling at 136, 133, 135, 132, 131, 130, it will be sold to these people, and your dollars will be credited right here. So it's very important to know the stop limit. This is your controlled risk. Let's say you've purchased your 500 Litecoins here, and you set it here for it to be sold $102. So initially, you've spent $98,000, and now you end up with only $51,000 in case you sell it for this minimum value here. It's going to end up being sold in an average of 130. You have recovered a good part of your capital. You end up with $65,000 in this scenario. You never end up losing all your investment because you've decided to sell, to accept, let's say, a 30% loss. You could have set it to 10%, like I accept a loss of 10% of my capital. So whenever it reached $176, could decided to say, okay, 176 to 175 range. So you would have lost only 10% of your capital. Let's say that it happens in previous years that you've purchased your currencies at $3. So let me go back here to this class, for example. So for $3 a Litecoin, and you're currently selling it. So let's imagine you've spent the same amount and you had paid $3.50. Let's round it up here. So you would have spent $17,000 to buy the same 500 Litecoins. And nowadays, they would be worth $95,000. So take a look at the risk you're taking. This is our wonderful market of the Bitcoins. That's why it grows so much. It is the only market, I have to say that again, that you decide how much are you willing to lose. And how about how much do you want to make? Actually, if you want to, you can even preset a limit of how much you want to make. You don't really have a reason to do that. As you've seen and as you've learned in the previous classes, how to monitor where, if it's going up or if it's going down, where you can find information to monitor, then you'll be most certain of if it's going up and where is it going. I hope it's been made clear, our market risk. So yes, there is a risk, but the user will define which one to take.